Hey, what's up, everyone? Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about drop shipping on different marketplaces like eBay and Facebook Marketplace. As always, I'm your host, Paul J Lipsky, here to answer any questions you guys have. So make sure to ask your questions in the live chat. But before we get to that, I want to spend a few minutes talking about how I was able to get 4 Facebook shops approved in a matter of about 2 weeks. And those are all the shops I actually applied for. And so it's 100% success rate on that. So I'll show you proof of that first, and then we'll talk kind of about what it was that I did that I think was enabled me to get all 4 of those shops approved. Because if you've been looking on YouTube, if you've been watching other people's videos or reading forums or Facebook groups where people talk about setting up Facebook shops, then you know that a lot of people complain that they are unable to get a Facebook shop approved. So just to kind of walk you through this process, if you want to start selling with Facebook shops, which I definitely think you should be doing, if you're doing Facebook Marketplace or thinking about doing Facebook Marketplace, the way you should be doing it is with Facebook shops. It is just so powerful, and I think it's really the way Facebook Marketplace should be utilized. So if you want to use Facebook shops, you first have to set up a Facebook page. Well, first you have to set up a business on Facebook, then you have to set up a page, and then within that page, a shop. But that requires an approval by Facebook. Facebook will look and actually approve or deny your shop. And most people are out there saying that they request for a shop to be approved and it's not, it's denied. And there's back and forth they have to do. They have to try other shops, and it's like a lengthy process to get approved. So first I'll show you that I have 4 of these already, and then we'll talk about, I'll kind of give you some ideas as to why I think my shops were approved so easily and so quickly. So here's the proof right here. So this is inside, so here we go. This is inside what's called the Commerce Manager on Facebook. Now this was pre-recorded because I am blurring out a lot here because I'm not sure which one of these shops I'm going to be using. I definitely started using one. The other 3 I'm not sure if I'm going to use. So I'm blurring out a lot just in case I use any of these. But this is what's called the Commerce Manager. When you get approved for a Facebook shop, when you start using one, this is kind of like your dashboard or like your back office, so to speak. You're able to see all of your items here. This is how you add items. This is how you see your orders, returns, customer service. All that is done in here in one place, which is really nice. So when you're inside, oh, it's not playing. When you're, let me try doing this again. When you're inside of this, come on, play. And you go to the settings. So you can see in the settings right here, it says active. That means the shop has been approved right there in the middle. And then if you come to where it says business assets, the other thing that needs to get done is that you need Facebook Marketplace enabled. So just because you have a shop doesn't mean that Facebook will automatically take the items from that shop and push them onto Facebook Marketplace. You need that feature enabled. And that's another hurdle for a lot of people, another stumbling block where they might get their shop approved, but then Facebook doesn't enable Marketplace. So I have it enabled on this one. And then what I'm doing is coming up here on the top left, and I'm going to select a different store here. So I'll select the green one in this case. I have 4 of them here, but this is the green one. And then come to the settings. You can see that this one is active. And then inside business assets, Marketplace enabled. Third one is this one, active. I'm kind of fast forwarding through this to not waste time. And this one is active Marketplace. And then the 4th one, active enabled. So there's a proof, all 4. Now just got to give you guys some context. They weren't, so the first one that I applied for, it went into like a pending status where I was waiting for Facebook to approve the shop. And I was kind of thinking, are they ever going to approve this? It's been a few days. So then I applied for a second one, waited on that. So then I applied for a 3rd one. But what I did for the 3rd one was I already had a Facebook page from a long time ago that I never used. It was something for like a prior business that never actually got off the ground, but I had this Facebook page set up for that business just sitting there. So I used that page page to create a shop and requested that that shop be approved. That shop was approved within minutes. It was pretty much instantaneous approval for that shop. And I've talked to some other YouTubers like Daniel in the space who does this, and some other people as well. And they all said the same thing, which is not all of them, but people in the same circumstance as me. They said, hey, if you use an old page that's been around for a while and try to add a shop to that, there's a much higher chance that that shop will be approved. So if you are looking to get a shop approved and you have an old Facebook page that you've set up for any reason, I mean, mine had nothing to do with e-commerce. It was just some random thing. If you set it up in there, there's a much higher chance that you will get approved for your Facebook shop. Now, not everyone's going to have that, and that's okay, because like I said, I have 3 other shops that were brand new pages and brand new shops. The only thing that I can say about that was that I requested one, and then the next 2 I requested a few days later, and sure enough, it was pretty much like exactly around 2 weeks later, where the first one was approved, and then the other 2 happened a few days later. So I think it was just a waiting game, waiting for those shops to be approved. Now, why is it that I think those 3 were approved when most people's new pages and new shops weren't approved? I can't say with 100% certainty because I don't know what other people are doing. But what I can tell you was that when I went through to set up these pages and these shops, I was very meticulous, making sure that I completed every single step as required, making sure I had all my proper documentation, that I set it up with a real LLC. That's something I did that I'm sure helped. I took some notes here. But what I will tell you is that my Facebook pages, they didn't look that great. They didn't look great at all, actually. They looked pretty bad. None of them had any likes. None of them had any posts on them. No shares. So there's no social proof on those pages. Even the old one had absolutely no social proof, but they were still approved. So a lot of people out there are speculating that in order to get approved, your Facebook page has to look really nice. You have to have a certain number of likes, a certain number of comments on it. But for me, that was not true at all. The only thing that I know for certain is that if you have an older page, it will increase your chance. And I think if you follow every step meticulously, make sure everything's done exactly the way it's supposed to be. And I think if you set it up with a real legitimate business that they can look up, I think that will really help. My theory is that a lot of people apply and forget a step or don't fully complete one of the steps, so that when it goes to review, the review team says, oh, they forgot this. It causes delay, and it just causes further and further delays. But if you have all your ducks in a row, so to speak, right from the start, right when you request the approval, it will really increase the chances of you getting approved with that. Anything else I wanted to say on that? Yeah, all these were new except for that one. And no social proof on any of them. Didn't look good. Yeah, so I think that those are everything I wanted to cover about it. Another thing I wanted to say is that tomorrow is a day that I'm hosting my free Facebook Marketplace and Facebook Shops masterclass. So that will be at 8 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, Wednesday the 17th. So this is your last chance to register. That will be the first link down below to sign up for that. You have to be there live to get the prizes that I'm giving away. I'm giving away prizes, so make sure you register so you don't miss your chance to win the prizes. I'll be talking about Facebook Marketplace, the new strategies with Facebook Shops, and how you can get set up and going with that. And yeah, you can learn exactly all about it. Also, that will be your last chance this year to sign up for my course, Marketplace Titans, where I've been having students come in and making just a killing, like this student right here, in a really short period of time with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. So that's your last chance to join this year. And then when I reopen it for enrollment next year, later in the year, the price is going up. And the price is going up because of this shops. I'm adding a whole mini course into Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, Marketplace Titans, all about Facebook Shops. That will be included for free for anyone who joins this time. But next year, again, the price is going up because I'm adding all of that information. So if you guys have any questions about shops or what I went over about getting approved, let me know. But I think as long as you follow the steps to get through it and have it all done precisely, then that really increases your chances of getting approved because everything's exactly how it should be right on your first pass, which is what Facebook is looking for. So I think it's really important that you know exactly step by step how to set up a shop the right way the first time so that you don't run into those issues and you're able to get approved much faster. All right. Let's see. Marjorie here is saying, hi, do you give feedback to suppliers like Home Depot after an order is delivered? No, I generally ignore those. So, yeah, a lot of times if you're using a supplier, they might send you an email asking you what the experience was like for feedback. I have those just filtered into the trash because they just kind of clog my email inbox. Are you having any trouble adding addresses to Walmart ordering? A bit. I think I know what the issue is. Yes, 100%. There are issues with Walmart right now, but the workaround for it, I'll tell you in a second. So Walmart's been changing up their website in the past couple of months. First, it was the product pages that changed. I'm not sure if well, that's kind of been all sorted out. So first, it was the product pages that changed, and then the order processing, the checkout process changed. So it used to be you would check out and it would go to a separate page where you would check out on that page. Now it's kind of like a pop-up sort of or a slide in that you check out. It's kind of confusing. I don't like it, but that's the way it is. And in the past few days, I've noticed that when you try to add an address to Walmart, I keep getting an error message. So what I found to do is, Marjorie, instead of trying to add a new address, edit an old address for a different customer, edit that address and just paste in the correct address for your customer and save it. And that's been working. So that's what I would do. But yeah, things change and we have to adapt. That's maybe some feedback you do want to give Walmart. Tell them their checkout system is not working properly because it's not. And it's just, I don't like the way it looks personally. Yeah, so Ali says, do we need to be a registered business to open a Facebook shop? I'm asking because Facebook is asking for a state tax registration number. Yes, so exactly what I talked about. I wouldn't be surprised if people kind of glossed over this, maybe just filled in a random number or whatever it is. Bad idea, because that's the kind of thing that's going to trip you up. Slow down the process to get approved for shops. You don't need to be a registered business to open up a Facebook shop, but you don't technically need an LLC, but in my opinion, it's going to increase your chances of getting approved faster because that's what I did. I set up an LLC just for this. It was a brand new LLC, by the way. So that's something you might want to consider. This was not an LLC. So I was kind of afraid that if I set up a new LLC and I asked to be approved for a shop with that LLC, they would search for it and not see it yet because it was so new. But that wasn't the case. It was still approved. But yeah, you at least need a tax registration number, and you can get that even if you aren't an LLC or an otherwise registered business, because you can get one as a sole proprietor, as an individual. Hey, Marjorie, I love that. Titans Tuesday. I might have to steal that. Good question, Marjorie. And this is something I'm covering in my course for sure, but I did not. I use all the same information on all my shops, and all were approved. So no, the Chrome extension doesn't work with shops, and this is something I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. It's not necessary with shops. As much as I would love for it to work with something else, it would be silly. I'll talk more about that during the training tomorrow, exactly what software we're using instead, but the Chrome extension is not necessary. Yeah, so all four are under the same commerce manager, and I I have items listed in at least 2 of them. I don't think I have any listed in the other 2, and but not one of them has barely any items listed. And I'm making sales on one of them. Because that's, and what's the other question? Yes, and marketplace is on all 4. Okay. Oh, wait. So another update on the live. So we're going live today, right now. Tomorrow is the masterclass at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Next week and the week after, there probably will not be lives because next week is right after Black Friday. It's usually, and right after Cyber Monday, it's usually a pretty busy day. And I usually skip lives that day because there's just a lot going on. And the week after that, I'll probably be traveling. So I'll make a community post on YouTube letting you guys know, but there's a really good chance that there will be no live for the next 2 weeks. But like I said, tomorrow we are having that masterclass to kind of make that up. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I think this is where I left off. I listed some items. Try setting up payments. Set up payments button not clickable on PC and phone. So it sounds like you're doing that in Marketplace and the shit. Oh, set up payments. Yeah, that might be a bug. Or, I mean, you got to reach out to Facebook support and ask them what's going on with that. Without being in your account, I really can't tell. Hey, what's up, Sean? No problem, man. Thanks for just stopping in and saying hey. Do you still use Home Depot as a supplier? Yes. Do you run into issues with Home Depot? I run into issues with all the suppliers from time to time. You know, they change things, bugs happen. Home Depot has been notorious for bugs, but you adapt, and that's just the way it is. Facebook is very strict, and you're not allowed to have multiple accounts. Yeah, technically, you are not allowed to have multiple profiles for yourself. So Omar, you can't have one profile for Omar and then another one for Omar, right? That's technically not allowed. It's one per person. Now, the workaround to that is you have one as a person, but you can set up multiple businesses on Facebook. And those businesses can set up multiple pages, and those pages can set up shops. So that's kind of what you can do. I mean, why would you think that would happen? Why would you think that would happen? I've never seen that happen anywhere. So I don't know why you think that would happen. What is Facebook Shops? So Omar, come to the masterclass I'm hosting tomorrow. Click the first link down below. This is it right here. You can just register very easily. And I'll tell you exactly what Facebook Shops are. Home Depot versus Lowe's. Home Depot all the way. Lowe's stinks in my opinion for drop shipping. I have a really bad history with them. I mean, good and bad. So Lowe's, what used to be a really great supplier if you're willing to put up with all the problems that they have, especially with customer service, not shipping out items, terrible website, but used to be able to make a lot of money with them with coupons that don't really work anymore. But Home Depot always ran much smoother than Lowe's. All right. Albert says, hey, just hiked the peak of Franklin Mountains here in El Paso, Texas. That's awesome, man. I love hiking. Never been there, though. Thanks for the lives. Have you ever tried using SKUGrid or FBM Fox with Shop's data feed? Yes, Albert. I've tested out a few different software for Shops. I've landed on FBM Fox. I really like it. I've looked at some other ones that I also really like. But FBM Fox, I think, just kind of ticks off all the boxes right now. So that's the one I'm using with Facebook Shops. Again, I'll be talking more about this tomorrow during my masterclass. And I'll show you how I use it. And this kind of answers the question. I try to be like a little bit like mysterious, try to get you guys to come to masterclass. But this is why we don't use the Chrome extension with Shops, because we have the data feeds. And I'll talk more about what the data feeds are tomorrow and why they're so freaking powerful for shops. Thank you, Marjorie, for the thumbs up. And the reminder from Omar to hit the thumbs up button. What is Black Friday? The most important day of the year for e-commerce sellers when you can make a lot of money. And it also gets pretty busy, which is why I might not have the live next week. Thanks for the encouragement to everyone. Avoid dropshipping brand new high ticket electronics. Yes, so that's something I avoid doing for a few reasons. First of all, they're harder to sell to dropship high-end electronics because it's very easy to grab the model number and to shop around for a better price. There's some items that people tend to shop around when it comes to price. Electronics are one of those. People will look up and they know how much these electronics are supposed to cost. And pretty much all the big brands will sell them at the same price and have sales for them at the same time. So it's kind of hard to compete with that when people are shopping around so much. Other items like furniture, less shopping around, less inherent price for those items. People will look, see what it is that you're selling it for and say, okay, that's a fair price, and then pay it without really shopping around. Retail dropshipping, of course. So retail arbitrage is when you go to a store, find an item like let's say this water bottle, and it's $5, but it's selling for $20 on Amazon. So you buy it for $5, sell it for $20, you make some profit there. But dropshipping is when you do the same thing, but from your couch, right? Where you can just sit at home and have this thing, or have your virtual assistants do it, listing out the products, selling them on Facebook Marketplace, buying them from Walmart, and Walmart ships them directly to our customers. And yeah, I've been talking a lot about shops. It's been a really, really cool experience. I can't wait to show you guys more about it during the masterclass tomorrow. I'm selling items, getting between $15 and $20 profit per item, selling those ones multiple times a day. I mean, that's pretty cool because you can do 5 items a day, making $100 a day in profit. I mean, that's really good for just selling 5 items a day. And that's the kind of things we're seeing with shops pretty easily at this point. Don't have a lot of items listed up. So definitely check out the shops training I'm going to be hosting tomorrow. All right. Where did I leave off? Happy Tuesday. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Doing great. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder to smash the thumbs up button. Any problems with AutoDS, you're going to have to reach out to AutoDS support because, again, I don't have access to your account, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, I can't help you. I would reach out to their support, though. Hey, Paul. So, question. If I have only been dropshipping for about a month, do you think we should focus on eBay and Facebook, or should we really be dialing down on Facebook Marketplace? You know, that's a personal choice. I can't answer that for you, but what I can tell you is that what I would do if I was a beginner, I'd be doing both, putting just as much effort into both. And if I see one take off, then, hey, that's where I'm going to end up putting my focus on, right? So that's what I would do. Now, personally, I think right now Facebook Marketplace has more potential than eBay at the moment, only because it's still so new. Not a lot of people know about it. And what I'm seeing with shops is quite unbelievable. Like I said, I mean, I've just threw up a few items and I'm already making close to $100 a day because I'm making $15 to $20 profit per sale. And it's very minimal work to get that all set up or get that all running rather. So I think there's so much potential with Facebook shops. And once I start to dial this in, I think I'm going to be able to get really good numbers on this every single day. And I think the potential there is really, really great. And even for a beginner. Yep, one LLC for all the shops. Hey, I created a Facebook shop with a Facebook page I created back in February 2019. I've been waiting 4 days, no approval yet. Is the next step just to be patient? Yeah. So, yes, you got to be patient. You got to wait to see what they say. I'm a little bit surprised because, like I said, everyone who I've talked to who has had an old page said the approval happened really fast. For me, it was pretty much instantaneous. So I'm not sure why it's taking a little bit longer. Maybe there was a step that you missed, possibly. But either way, just be patient and wait to see what they come back with. Like I said, some of my shops took about 2 weeks to get approved. So it's just a matter of waiting. Thanks for the reminder about the masterclass tomorrow. Oh, there we go. Jeremiah says, go into the addresses on Walmart and erase all your previous addresses. Walmart will only store up to 20 addresses. Yeah, so that's the reason why I just edit them as we go along. I'm looking forward to this masterclass. Facebook is easy to set up, but I struggle with sales. It's easier to make sales on eBay, even though they can be a bit of a pain towards new sellers. Yeah. Facebook. So the really cool thing about Facebook Marketplace that I think is really cool is that there's 2 ways to sell on Facebook Marketplace. The first way is just to sell directly onto Facebook Marketplace. The second way is to sell on Marketplace through shops. Now, what's really cool about this is that the first method is very simple, very straightforward. And I really believe anyone can do it because it's just very, very simple. The second way, there's a lot more steps involved. So getting set up with a Facebook shop is a multi-step, lengthy process. But if you do get approved, it's really fantastic. There's a great opportunity for you if you do get approved. So 2 ways, but so the good news is that you can just right out the gate start listing products and making sales with the first method straight into Facebook Marketplace while you set up your Facebook shop. And then once your shop is approved, you'll see just how awesome and amazing Facebook Shops is. Yes. If it's out of stock, it's out of stock. So that's it. Make sure you're using software that will track that, because the good software will know the difference between curbside pickup and if an item is actually out of stock. So that's what you want. Hey, D just joined the Titans course. Is there a private Facebook group? Yeah, there is. So check out the first module of the course. In that module, I explain to you how to sign up or how to get into the private group. The private group is not on Facebook. It is a private forum. So you can just hop in there and start posting up. A lot of people ask me why I don't have a Facebook group for my courses and why they're on a private website. So I used to have Facebook groups. If you join my eBay course, it used to come with access to a private Facebook group. If you joined my Amazon course, which is not open right now, then you would get access to that Facebook group. But I made the switch to a private forum. First, when I launched the Facebook course for the first time, the Facebook Marketplace course, Marketplace Titans, I did not want a Facebook group for that. And I'm really glad I didn't, that I took the extra time to make a private forum for you guys, because what we're seeing is that if you post in groups, in Facebook groups, saying, hey, I'm making lots of sales, or hey, look at me, I'm doing well, it is pretty easy to snipe you. It is pretty easy to find all the items that you're selling well and just copy them, which is not cool. So I didn't want that for any of my students. So we have a private group, so you can't get sniped like that. And that way we also have control over it as well. So if you ever get like kicked off Facebook for whatever reason, then you can, you still have access to the forum. Yeah, so that you have to reach out to support for that, Facebook support. I have heard of this happening to someone else, and he's on top of it. He was asking support, and they said it is a bug. I'm not sure if that's 100% true. Sometimes support doesn't even know what's going on, but that's what they said. Now, it could also be that, again, maybe you don't have the proper documents in that they need. It could be a few different factors, but from what Facebook said, it is a bug. For eBay, no, I use AutoDS. DSM tool is a great software as well. I used to use it, but last time I checked, they only have an API version, and I would only use a non-API version for eBay, non-API software. What? $4 million in sales, or $400,000 in sales? First month on Amazon? No, I have it in a lot of states, but not all of them. I haven't noticed many glitches with FBM Fox, but let me know if you've noticed any, and I'll see if I do in fact have any or not. Yeah, so this is something I teach my students inside my course, which again, I'm opening up for enrollment tomorrow during the masterclass. And I also have videos on YouTube about it, so I'll check it out. A few videos on YouTube on how to find good products to sell. I can never answer this question because it varies so much, okay? How many items should I have listed to make X amount a day, to make daily sales? I mean, you could have 1 million items listed and not make, well, it's hard to have 1 million items listed and not make sales, but you could have a lot of items listed and not do well because you don't have the right items listed. And you could have very few items listed and do really well because you have the right items listed. It's all about finding the right items and doing the product research. If you do the product research, that's where you win. So watch some of my other videos about how to do product research. That's why I make so many videos about it, because I think it's the number one most important thing you have to learn and how to do. With Shops, would I need your listing software to make listings quicker? No. And I mean, I'm shooting myself in the foot there a little bit because, of course, I would like you to use my software, but my software, the Chrome extension, is really only for Facebook Marketplace, not for Facebook Shops. I want to be honest about that, okay, guys, because with Facebook Shops, we have the data feed, which again, I'll talk more about tomorrow, but the data feed really allows you to use really powerful software that allows you to quickly list up items, a lot of them really fast. So you don't need a Chrome extension like the one that I developed for Facebook Marketplace because the data feed replaces that. And I think it's better. So I'm being honest, I made something, it's good for this, but if you're doing this other thing, Facebook Shops, there's something better for that. And I'll be honest and transparent about that because I want to see you guys do well. Okay. Lula says, do you dropship from Target and Walmart on your Facebook account? From Walmart, not from Target. So you'll notice when you start using different retail suppliers that some are better than others and some are more friendly towards dropshippers than others. So Walmart is a really good supplier. They have tons of items, great customer service. They ship items out quickly and on time. Great supplier to use. Target, they're not. If you start dropshipping from Target, very quickly they will shut down your account because you've been shipping to too many addresses. They don't like resellers. Even if you go into a Target store and let's say you want to buy like all of their water bottles because they're super cheap, but you can sell them for more on Amazon, the manager is supposed to stop you and say you're not allowed to do that. That's happened to some of my friends who do stuff like that. So Target, no. Walmart, good. Is Facebook Shops different from Facebook Marketplace? Yes and no, 8-man down. So you're still selling on Facebook Marketplace. So the items are being listed in the same place. The difference is how they are getting there. with Facebook Marketplace, with straight Facebook Marketplace, you are listing the item directly onto Facebook Marketplace. With Facebook Shops, you list it into a shop, and then Facebook pushes the products from your shop onto Marketplace. So you would think that it doesn't matter which one you use because they both end up on Facebook Marketplace. But it does matter. It really, really matters because with Shops, the automation is just next level. It's so good. Shops is made to work with software where Facebook Marketplace is not. So you can have automation in there that's really powerful and works really well. The tools and the kind of insights that are available to you as a seller with Shops is on next level as well compared to Marketplace. And we are seeing more sales with Shops than with Marketplace as well. So again, these are all things I'm going to be talking about tomorrow during the masterclass. So make sure to come, click the first link down below, register. I'll see you guys for that tomorrow. But more questions here. So look from another account or have a friend look. Send them a link to your listing. I'll talk about this tomorrow. I'll show you examples of what Facebook Shops are and how they work with Marketplace. So come to the masterclass tomorrow. Not at the moment. Shops, they say, are extremely scalable, especially with software. That's a good way of putting it. Yes, shops are very, very scalable. We were obviously able to do some great stuff with Marketplace, get some good numbers in there. But I think shops will really take Marketplace and make it more sustainable and more of a business. So earlier this year, when I first started talking about Facebook Marketplace, people would ask me, should I do eBay or should I do Facebook Marketplace? And I always said they have their pros and cons. And some of the cons of Facebook Marketplace is that, it's not really designed for professional selling or large scale selling like eBay is. Well, now it kind of is. Now it is actually. With Facebook Shops, it's designed for a business to come in and sell their products. So it has that like higher level of features that are available to you once you get set up with Shops. It's much more scalable. And yeah, Facebook holds your money until the item's delivered. I think Facebook Shops is going to, just seeing what I've seen in the short time I've been working with Shops, I think it's going to scale up to be my highest income pretty quickly, is the way I see it. Especially going into Q4, we're trying to be pretty aggressive. We just got the Shops kind of set up, but we got to be aggressive about putting those items in the next week and a half before Black Friday. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the Christmas season with the different sources, different marketplaces. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I mean, there should be an email attached to it as well. So, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I don't have any insight on that. I haven't looked a lot at Instagram Shops, but yeah, any way to kind of expand. That's the other thing with Facebook Shops. There's just so much potential. My buddy Patrick, the marketer, made a video about this. I think it was called something like Facebook Shops is so much bigger than any of us can imagine, or something like that. And he's right. Like, there's so much potential with Shops because first, you have your items listed on Shops and they're in Facebook Marketplace. What else does Facebook own? They own Instagram. They own Oculus. They own, according to them, they own the metaverse, right? So, like, where else are these items going to show up? I mean, are you going to be walking through, like, in a VR world, in VR, and see your products for sale there, and then it actually appears to you in real life? I mean, man, who knows, right? But and Facebook's huge, and they have a lot. So we'll see where things end up. But I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs barking. What else does Facebook own? Yeah, they own a lot. So Messenger, right? I mean, these could be showing up in Messenger, WhatsApp, so there's a lot. Hey, what's up, Jason? Talking a lot about Facebook Shops, man. You got to check out the training I'm doing tomorrow, because I'll cover it all in that training, the masterclass. You'll know exactly what shops are. So make sure to come and check that out. Then hey, if I correctly implement the product research that your course teaches, how many items then would you recommend to receive daily sales? Sorry for dragging this on. God, it really depends. Like if you're doing it right, you can make daily sales with one item. If you're doing it wrong, then 100 items, you can have 100 items and not make any sales. So again, it just comes down to making every listing as good as possible and doing product research to the best of your ability. You don't need a lot of listings if you're doing it that way. Yes, it is, Jason. So again, I don't have that many items listed. It was just me trying to figure it out. I had it all listed, and I was already making sales close to $100 a day in profit, and I really feel like I'm not even trying with it yet. So yeah, I think with shops, the performance is outperforming that of just using straight marketplace. As far as I know, no. There's no way to do that. No, I'm only using FBM Fox for shops right now. Good tip from Jason. If you drop ship from Sam's Club, get ready to pay $10 additional fee if you ship if you ship to more than 5 other addresses that aren't yours. Yeah. So again, some suppliers are better than others. We talked about Target before, Sam's Club. There you go, right? They allow you to do it, but they charge you $10 extra. I don't know. I haven't looked at SKU Grid in a while, so I'm not sure about that. You could always use SKU Grid as more of a notification. So you get a notification when there's price or stock level changes, and then you can make the changes yourself. Yeah, so there are bugs if you're using straight Facebook Marketplace, like the simple method, there are bugs with it. And some things people are seeing is that their sales just kind of die off. Stuff like that happens. So a few things to try is, well, the first thing I would recommend is just going to Facebook Shops because there's less bugs with it. Another thing you could try is just deleting all your listings and starting over. I know it sounds frustrating, but if you save your listings, it shouldn't be too bad. Your good listings, because people have said that kind of resets things. Lauren says, when will the update in the course be available tomorrow? At like what time? Good question, man. So again, I'm updating my Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course tomorrow morning with the Shops mini course. So the mini course that's all about how to use Facebook Shops is going live tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, so all my existing students will get that for free. Let's be clear about that. All my existing Facebook Marketplace dropshipping students will get that for free. Then tomorrow night, we'll have the masterclass at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll teach you guys about shops, and you can join Marketplace Titans during that masterclass last time this year before the price increases next year. So when exactly will it be available? Before noon? I'll probably do it first thing in the morning. There's one last video I need to make for it, and it's a really important one, so I need that in there before. So it might even be available tonight, Lawrence, between you and I, but let's keep that on the down low. Okay. It'll be early tomorrow, and I'll send out an email about it. Yeah, I would. Well, actually, it depends on the brand. But a lot of times it's a good idea if they're not one that really like you drop shipping, or if it's a brand that no one's ever heard of, so no one really cares about. Yes, the link is in the description down below. So click that first link and then click where it says register right there. I see FBM Fox is the leading software now for shops, bulk uploader, lister up to 100,000 and repricer. Whoa, it sounds like an advertisement or something. Yeah, so FBM Fox, I don't know if it's a leading one. It's one I like. I tried it. I tried a few of them. That's the one that I like. And it is fully integrated. So yeah, don't know what else to say about that. I'll show you FBM Fox how I use it tomorrow during the masterclass. Orlando sees a squirrel. Well, Sean, I don't know if you know, Orlando has a friend now whose name is Carl. I know it's a funny name for a dog, but his name is Carl. We didn't name Carl. That's the name he came with. He's a rescue. Believe it or not, for those of you who know my dog, Orlando, he's a small, about 8-pound dog, and Carl is even smaller. He came to us, he was just all skin and bones. So we're fattening him up, giving him a happy home. But yeah, Orlando has a friend now. But Orlando's still the noisy one. Many people in shops say the most money is made with multiple listings on different shops. A generic shop and multiple niche shops like jewelry. Yeah, I mean, people have different strategies. So what I can tell you right now is, and again, I'm still experimenting with shops. I'm going to be 100% honest about that. But like what I can bring is that I've had 100% success rate setting them up. So I know how to set them up, okay? And that is what I'm teaching my students how to do. That's everything that's going to be added to the course tomorrow. And I'm already making good sales with it, so that's what I'm going to bring as well. What I can tell you is the items that I'm selling in that one shop are a variety of items. And the name of the shop has nothing to do with the items that I'm selling. So I'm not convinced of this whole niche theory that a lot of people have about shops. I'm not saying it's a bad idea to try it. I'm not convinced it's necessary, okay, based on what I'm seeing right now and doing. I think it's fine to have a more generic store with Facebook shops, just based on my experience so far. Yeah, you can do that. How long have Facebook shops been around? That's a question I don't know the precise answer to. So I know Facebook shops have been around for a long time. But the integration with Facebook Marketplace is relatively new. So remember, you list items on the Facebook shops, and then Facebook pushes those products to Facebook Marketplace. So I know Facebook started beta testing this or experimenting with this late in 2020 and early in 2021. I tried to become a beta tester. I was approved, but it never worked for me. And then I was told I never actually was approved. So this process of getting my shop set up, getting Marketplace enabled has taken me almost a full year. But like I said, the shops that I'm talking about, those 4 shops, I only applied for those 4 weeks ago. Those are completely separate from what I tried to do earlier this year. So yeah, if that makes any difference. Yeah, you can sign up, but again, you're going to miss the chance to get the, if you can't make the live time tomorrow for the masterclass, you're going to miss out on your chance, unfortunately, to win some prizes. But you can still register. If I do have a replay, it will be available and I'll email it to you. But yeah, I would still sign up anyway. Do you use an EIN for your shop? Yes. Do you have to put it under your LLC name? It's an EIN for my LLC, yeah. Huh? Not sure what that means. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Always trying. Yes, absolutely. So again, if you have Marketplace Titans, you're gonna get the Shops mini course for free tomorrow morning, Wednesday, November 17th, sometime in the morning. You'll get it for free, and I'll send you an email when it's available. And for everyone else who's not a member, you can join starting during the masterclass. You can join at this year's price. I don't use discounted gift cards anymore. I've gone back and forth. Overall, I think they're sketchy. I think they're a bad idea. I don't think they're good. Yep, Carl. Yeah, if you have a problem, if there's something's wrong with the Chrome extension, send a support ticket. I mean, we had a problem last week with Amazon not working with the Chrome extension, and someone emailed us, and we patched it. So just let us know. Send us an email. We don't know about all the problems unless you tell us sometimes. So please let us know. Why would you need more than one shop? I don't think you do, because like I said, you can just use one for a variety of different niches and items. But yeah, if you want to try that theory that you want to have niche stores, that's a reason to have multiple shops. You know, it's no harm in having multiple shops and not using them, so you could always just have them there as backups. So yeah. It sounds like a copy and paste, but it sounds pretty good. Oops. All right, guys, sorry about that. You know, my camera keeps overheating, and I cannot figure out why. I even bought a little fan for it. I know you guys can't see me right now. I even bought a little fan for it and was hoping that would fix it. I'm going to switch to a really bad camera right now. Oops. That's not the camera. Where is it? There we go. So yeah, I don't know what's up with this camera because I even bought a little fan for it, and obviously it doesn't work. It is warm in here, but it's not that warm. I don't understand what's wrong with this camera. I've tried everything to keep it from overheating. No one else has complained about it. I made it pretty far, 55 minutes. Last time it failed at like 20 or like 30 minutes. So we made it a bit further, and now I got to use this cruddy webcam. If anyone knows anything about cameras and can help me out, send me a message on Facebook. Let me know what your suggestions are. I've tried dummy batteries. I've tried leaving it plugged in, unplugging it. I just don't know what else to do. I have a fan running. I have a fan pointed right at it. I got to move it closer, I guess. I don't know what to do. All right. Let's see. May 19th, 2020 is when Facebook started shops. Oh, really? I thought it's been around longer than that. Yes. I know. We're back. Okay. Yeah, I showed Carl last week, and if I bring him in, he'll just make a lot of noise and be super, super annoying. All right. Yeah, but yes, that's true. But my old one used to be able to do it. I used to run my live streams. I've always done with DSLRs. So I used to have well, I guess that was like a more point and shoot. So I had like this Sony ZV-1. That's what I used to use. I used to be able to do it for over an hour, and it was really hot sometimes. Maybe that's a difference. The one I'm using now is a DSLR. All right, guys. So like I said, tomorrow we have the masterclass all about Facebook Marketplace and Facebook Shops. So click the first link down below if you want to register and find out more about this and what we're doing with shops. Give you guys all the information about that. And like I said, if you want to join Marketplace Titans, or even if you just want to hear about it, tomorrow's your chance to do that. And it comes with my 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. So you come to this free training, learn something. If you're interested in it, the course, you can sign up for it. If you're not, you're still going to learn something. And if you're on the fence, you could always sign up. You still get the 30-day, no questions asked. What I'm trying to say is just come. There's no harm in coming. It doesn't cost you anything, just a little bit of time. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this masterclass. This isn't going to be one of those things that are like multiple hours long, just dragged out. I'm going to be actually teaching you guys about what marketplace is and what shops are and all that good stuff. So, you'll walk away learning something even if you don't buy the course, which I'm fine if you guys don't. So yeah, check it out, and I'll see you guys there tomorrow. And please come because we'll have some free prizes to give away as well. Thanks everyone for being here. Let's see what Alan says. They're into for it because the sensor size produces a lot of interior. Well, there you go. And I have a Sony, so maybe that's the issue, Alan. Maybe there's just no hope for this. No hope at all. Thanks for the information, Alan. I'll have to do some digging around. Thanks, guys, for your patience, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the masterclass. Bye for now.